Hi, my name is Anique Mercier, and I'm the director of Spring Awakening.
I'm Michael Spiroff. I'm the music director of Spring Awakening, as well as the role of Mercier.
So Spring Awakening chronicles the everyday lives of a group of young people, and it deals with their struggles with their own sexuality and their lack of knowledge regarding sex and sexuality, and the things that sort of surround all of that, such as physical abuse, sexual abuse, and the sort of interpersonal issues and challenges that face teenagers, whether or not they're in the 1800s like they are in this show, or today.
So the music of Spring Awakening is pretty cool because it's not necessarily in one distinct pop idiom. It kind of oscillates between a few different types of pop music, and I think what makes the score unique is that, obviously there are lots of musicals in a pop aesthetic, but with this show, when you kind of zoom in on each particular song, each particular moment, it's kind of its own little worlds. The singers need to adjust to that throughout the show, which is not easy. I think it's a deceivingly difficult show, but part of what makes it very, very cool. The rehearsal process has been a lot. I think it's been a testament to what you can get done in 2.5 weeks.
I've really enjoyed the process of getting to work on everything with this amazing cast. The time constraints have been a little bit challenging, but I do think that it has forced us to really hone in on the important parts of the story and how do we get to the heart of everything efficiently.
I came to this not thinking I was going to be in the cast, and then that decision was made basically at the end of the first week, and yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop. Jonah thankfully was able to kind of fill in the gaps there. It did teach me too that it is possible to be music director and be in the show, and yeah, it's been a very, very unique and cool experience.
We're in a church and we've created an immersive experience, which has been a really interesting experience for me as a director, and I think for the cast, because we're able to really capitalize off of the beauty of this building and find the flavor that each sort of room brings to the scene. So it does bring a very sort of intimate, personal feel to the show. I began with No Strings 10 years ago. I was in a production of Curtains.
I started with No Strings like Anique 10 years ago. We met doing Curtains, playing a divorced couple, and here we are 10 years later as director and music director. So I had quite the hiatus from No Strings, but I did do 3 shows in the past, and coming back has been great.
No Strings provides artists, whether they are emerging or young or somewhere in between their sort of educational and professional career, with an avenue to develop their skills. And what I think is really fantastic about the sort of structure of No Strings, the cast members are given the opportunity to have master classes and individual coachings that you might not get in a professional setting. So you are getting that support to propel you to the next level while getting an experience that does resemble what you'll find, and the expectations, at least coming from me, I expect professionalism. It's a really nice avenue to dip your toes.